Hello everybody. Yeah, it's me again. You know, I'm not a lawyer anymore. I'm a real estate investor now. So, let's get to our topic question for today. Should I invest in real estate or should I invest in the stock market? Okay. Now, I've gotten a lot of experience with both real estate and stock market. You know, when you're first starting out, you know, if you only got like $1,000 in the bank or something like that, there's no question that I would start with real estate. Now, you know, I hate to confess to you guys, but I've been broke before, or had, you know, very little money. And which one do you think I turned to? Well, I turned to real estate, because I'll tell you why. Because of leverage. You know, there's some nothing down deals, you know, small amount of money down deals that you can do in real estate. But you got to realize that in the stock market, it takes money to make money when you're in the stock market. You know, if I say, you know, if I go to a bank and I say, hey, can I put 3% down on an FHA loan and, you know, buy a small piece of real estate, you know, like a condo or something like that, you know, they may say yes, especially for first-time home buyers. But if you go to a stockbroker and you say, hey, can I, you know, borrow $100,000, there's no way you're going to be able to do that. So the reason why it's best to start out with real estate is because it doesn't take a lot of money to get into real estate. Mostly it just takes knowledge. But when you want to, now the stock market I recommend for, you know, after you've spent several years working and doing deals and piling up some money, yeah, that's when you should go into the stock market and start getting that good passive income coming in. That's when I would recommend stock market. But for you guys that are, you know, fresh out of high school, fresh out of college, and, you know, you got very little money in the bank, and, you know, you're really starting out fresh, real estate is the way to go when you're starting out. Now, how do I make money with real estate? Okay. You know, guys, there's a dozen ways to make money in real estate, but today I'm just going to give you 3 ways to make money in real estate that are good, proven methods. You know, they've been doing this for probably the last 200 years maybe. Okay, first one is flipping, okay? I don't know, you know, probably, you know, many of you have watched Flip This House with Than Merrill. Very, very good show. Okay. I know a lot of you are trying to flip nowadays, but you got to realize that now is not a good time to flip a home, because what's your target audience? The retail buyer. The family guy, the one that's going to hold on to the property, going to live in that home for the next 20 years. That's what I call the retail buyer. Now, why is the retail buyer not buying your home these days? That's because, you know, when they keep raising the interest rate, 3%, 4%, 5%, it keeps going up, man. And then each time it goes up 7, 8, 9%, it makes it harder and harder for the average home buyer to afford a home. And that's why most home sales are down in many parts of the country. Now, if you're in a market where your end buyer is an investor, like with land, that could be an entirely different animal, a different creature there. But for now, you know, home flippers are having trouble because of the economy, and when it's a bad economy, people have trouble qualifying for loans, and banks really tighten up their requirements. That's why it's a little bit harder to flip nowadays. And I notice that a lot of you guys are trying to use hard money. Okay, that's what they recommend. But hard money comes with a high price tag. You've got, you know, 8, 9, 10, 11% on hard money loans. They're short term, like 1 or 2 years. That's not a good way. That's not a good loan to get. 1 year balloon, forget about it. Always try to get a longer payoff time. Try to get 5 years or something to pay off that loan, because in today's market it could take you longer than 6 months to sell the home, and even if you do sell it, you won't get your price. You won't make a fair profit, because right now prices are kind of declining, going down somewhat. So gravity is working against you in today's flipping market. And then you always got to think, what if the home doesn't sell when I put it on the market? Uh-oh. Well, the thing to do is not to panic. Try to rent it out. Try to find someone to rent the home. Or do a rent-to-own type of program where you give that person a 1 or 2 year lease, and then you raise the price a little bit, and then you sell the home that way. And that'll probably be an easier way to try to sell the home. But sometimes, like today, it's just hard to sell because of these high interest rates. Now, the second thing that is a good way to make money is, okay, the first time, I was kind of going through flipping, okay, but I also want you to start learning how to wholesale, okay? Now, wholesaling is what I call, it's kind of like short flipping, you buy low, you sell low, okay? You're selling mostly to investors. Now this, there might be a market there because the end buyer is not, like a family person or a person that wants to buy a home. They're investors, they want to get the lowest price. They want to rent the property out. They're much more savvy about real estate. Now, the thing I like about wholesaling is that no money is required on your part. No experience is required. No college degree. There's no qualifications to be a wholesale flipper. So it's kind of like, starting your own business. Instead of working at McDonald's or, I started working at, Home Depot or one of those things. I was moving furniture fresh out of college. That was my first job. And that was tough. But if I had known that I could start my wholesaling business, I would have gone right in that direction at the age of, 23, I want you to realize that 2 years of college, 3 years of college, you're kind of wasting your time. Okay, I love the girls, I love the sports, I love the camaraderie of college, but it's hard work, and I feel like you're taking a bunch of Mickey Mouse courses most of the time. Get out into the real world. Okay, go to college, get that degree, but learn some kind of side hustle. Learn to make money in the real world. You may be broke, okay? You may be homeless. So what? Get out there and make it happen. Once a few years ago, I hired a real estate coach who told me to do just that. Go out there and make it happen. He required me to start hustling and put out those signs, put out those ads, Put an ad on your car. It says, I buy real estate. I buy homes. Okay? Start making those phone calls. Start sending out those emails. You know, go out there and contact sellers. Now, you know, this was a few years ago. You know how tough the market was just a few years ago. There was multiple offers on every single house for sale where I live, you know. But after numerous phone calls and emails, I finally got a deal under my belt. Now, it took weeks for me to get the deal, and everyone told me, oh, you can't do deals in San Mateo County in California. You know, look at these expensive prices, you know. Well, a home is expensive in the San Francisco Bay Area. You know, I contacted my buyer's list of rich investors. Each of you guys, I want you to get at least 5 rich people onto your buyer's list. I don't care where you get them from. You can get them off Craigslist. You can run an ad. You can go to a foreclosure auction. There's going to be rich people all over the place. Go to a real estate investment club. You know, they have one in, you know, my area, and I should go there every single time, you know. Make friends with rich people, because some of that's going to rub off on you. You know, I was practically broke at the time, and so I made it happen. You know, a lot of people think you can't find deals in this tough California market. Yes, you can. Now, if I moved to most states, I bet you I could find deals. You know, at least one deal. Now, does it take effort? Does it take persistence? Yes, absolutely. You got to try, you know. But I guarantee you, if you just sit on your duff and do nothing, I guarantee 100% you're going to lose. You lose by not doing something, by not taking action. Now, do me a favor, guys. Learn your local market. I don't care if you're in California, you're in San Diego, you're in Nevada, Wyoming, Florida, New York. I don't care where. You got to learn that local market. What's high? What's low? What's the average price of a home? You know, what's the average square feet of a home? Learn to quickly spot a deal, because sometimes you're dealing over the phone. Sometimes you're dealing with email on your contacts, and you want to be able to figure out right away, hey, is this a deal? You know. Can I get a low price? No? Okay. Can I get good terms? Can I get, you know, low down, seller financing? You know, if you get seller financing, be willing to, you know, accept a increase in price, you know. Now, what do I mean by, you know, a good deal or good terms, you know? Can I get, you know, like a 1% interest rate? Can I cash flow the property? If you can do all those things, let's say I get a 1% interest rate, but I cannot cash flow the property. Would I still buy it? Yeah, you can still probably buy it as long as you have a good exit strategy. Okay, let's get to number 3 on our list. And that is, some of you, if you really, you know, want to get your feet wet in real estate, become a realtor, okay? This does not require money. All you got to do is, you know, you don't have to become a realtor. You can open up a real estate office and hire realtors. All you got to do, basically, you just got to pass the exam and see, where I live in the California market, you know, all these realtors, I believe, are making 6 figures, okay? Because one sale, you know, the commission is 2.5%. That's the going rate. Now, on a $1 million home, that's $25,000 for filling out forms. Woo! how many of those deals how many times you have to do that, and then you're making some serious money. Now, it's harder today, I know, in today's market to be a realtor because it's a slow market, but in good times, like a few years ago, inventory gets sold boom, boom, boom in 2 or 3 weeks and just move on to the next one. And some of these guys are selling, 5 homes every month, maybe more, Unbelievable. Now, I know you guys may have excuses. Hey, I'm broke. Hey, I'm homeless. But those aren't good excuses to me, because even if you are broke, you can still make money. Anyway, guys, over and out, and thanks for watching.